Medusa. This is a hero they've always loved to pick, Will. Do you think this is the right approach to game 2?
I think it is a pretty good Dusa game. I do think Centaur is pretty good against Dusa too, though, just because you have a really nice disengage tool. But I do think BZZ will have a good game. Like, he's laning against what I would consider to be a very free lane.
The PA.
BZZ?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, BZZ. Oh, sorry, you're talking... Oh, okay, I'm getting Navi and Unique mixed
BZZ
up.
has...
He's laning against the...
Oh, look at this!
Ooh.
Oh, he just lost his ward anyways. I thought he placed that sentry in vision. I mean, he walked up the low ground and placed it. Oh, okay. Well,
that was a... I've never seen the Dire ward be that close to the tier 1 tower.
No. I think he was trying to avoid being spotted.
Sure. Yeah, like at that point, like, what vision does that ward even really give?
It still gives more vision than you have.
Okay.
Yeah, he gives high ground. That's what you really want. You want to see the other team's high ground, so that you can pull creep aggro against other range heroes. That's also the easiest way, by the way, to tell if people have a ward, is if you try to draw aggro or whatever and you can't, then that means they have no vision of you.
Yep. Okay. There's all your mid lane tricks.
Yes. Save a few for myself,
but I'll be 8k MMR in no time.
Let's get it. Go catch up to Brian. Brian's like, Brian, aren't you 8?
I'm not.
8.2.
8.2k. I'm not even close to that.
I can't wait for this man to come to Europe and become a European.
It's where, yes, everyone fine-tunes their Dota skills. Is that?
Yeah, it's the proving ground. That or Southeast Asia. I think Southeast Asia actually has a really good pub scene too. I think some people in the chat would disagree with me that have had some negative experiences, but yeah, I think going back to the actual game, I think BZZ has a really good lane. He's against Ember Spirit, Keeper of the Light.
Yes.
He's going to absolute free farm.
What do you make of the PA pick? Because that definitely caught me by surprise when that came out. What are they looking to get out of this hero?
I do think PA is really good against Ember late game. You get like an Abyssal and you two-shot him because Ember doesn't really have the best armor and he never really wants to build armor. Like he might have to go like Shivas this game or go for some sort of like Radiant Shivas or something like that. But I think he blows up Crystallize and he's really nice against both supports. Like Rubik does not.
Squishy.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit if Rubik steals any of his abilities, and he can just like two-shot them in the backline.
My concerns is more like it was against the last pick Medusa, and it felt like they didn't pick a carry that is considered like a Dusa counter at all. Do you think they're going to have issues because of that?
I think they might, but they do have a really nice disengage tool, and they have really fast heroes, which I think are good against Dusa. I will say that I also think one way of playing against Dusa is to have like a lot of split push / like wave clear, and they don't really have that with this last pick.
Okay.
Which is why I think I was telling you backstage, I should say, like, but I think they should have gone like Monkey King or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a lane that beats the Mars, and it matches up well against the Dusa when you get like Diffusal and a bunch of items. Plus, you have like your own ring, because Dusa essentially creates an area where you can no longer fight. But Monkey King does the exact same thing, so they kind of neutralize each other.
Yeah.
But I think PA is just really good against both supports in this game. So I could see Unique's lineup winning, because I think they're going to have a really good laning phase. Like, I think all 3 of their lanes win.
I mean, so far, the numbers back that up. The CS is going very well for all 3 of their cores. Death Prophet, especially in the mid lane, 9 denies to go with those last hits.
Yeah, I think somebody on panel said, like, Death Prophet leans poorly against Dusa. And I don't necessarily agree, just because I think that Death Prophet, if you have a matchup where you can Spirit Siphon, she's really good. The only time Death Prophet really struggles is if you're against these, like, blinkers that want to get into, like, long, drawn-out fights. And that we saw the Mirana be pretty good against it because whenever she pops Siphon, you just leap out.
Yeah, so far Death Prophet really bullying this Medusa, winning the big CS battle, and also Medusa being forced to bring in more regen, whereas Death Prophet gets the free regen from the Spirit Siphon. So
like, anytime Magical goes to the low ground trying to go for the range creep, as we see here, he essentially just heals 19, and he can't really deny when 19 does this, because he just puts a barrier between himself and the rest of the creep wave, right?
Yeah, so it's harassing and securing CS simultaneously. So very good start and good play from him. And yeah, as we can see, these other lanes you mentioned, BZZ having a free lane. He's sitting on 20 CS as well. Ember just with the 16. And they're looking to set up a kill here. The banish into Hoofstomp is going to land. Doesn't have the Sleight of Fist for another 5 seconds here. They want to bring down Crystallize, but a nice Blinding Light will push him back.
Yeah.
Shoot. Ooh.
Oh.
Side of fist and the searing chains gets him low. He may need to go back to base. He's going to pop the clarity. Has some more tangos that just arrived on a courier, so he actually is able to stay in lane.
And Magical denies the ward himself.
Yeah.
He has to realize, like, when he pops the aggro there, that there is vision.
Yeah.
Bottom, Rubik's getting a little bit low. Mars will have to throw out the spear for this.
Yeah, used the blink strike already, so no additional follow-up. We'll see what Zitrex can do. Gonna pull back. No spear for a little bit longer as Pasha really going aggressive here. Thought about another spear, but PA blinked back to safety.
PA still getting more or less free farm. Ember not too far behind.
Yeah.
So both offlaners, I think, will have a very good game. That is one thing about PA. She does not lane incredibly well.
Should this mid lane be this one-sided, do you feel?
No, this is a bit more than I expected, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But I do think it's a really good lane. Because Deuce is really slow. Like, her base move speed is not, like, fantastic for being an agi hero or anything like that. This is, like, the way that you nerf her just because... Oh.
Can they, I don't know if they get this kill. Yeah, maybe he's going to turn around and use a Spirit Siphon here. 19.
If he has a Fairy Fire.
In some trouble. Does have the Fairy Fire, pops it, and turns to use a Crypt Storm, but he just tanks way too many right clicks here. The TPs weren't in time. And
I think he should have gone for the double Siphon.
did he have a second one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If you look at the cooldown, yeah. If he, instead of going for the Crypt Storm, if he had siphoned the Keeper of the Light as well, I don't think he dies there.
It's kind of like he also stood his ground and fought a bit more than perhaps he needed to. He didn't just try and run away.
Yeah. But it's okay. His lane has still been going extremely... 17 denies is pretty absurd.
I like what the Cuddle did because, I mean, obviously they get the kill. That's amazing. And it was a first blood as well. But the important thing was that his main goal was stopping Death Prophet from refilling the bottle. Because if Death Prophet had that bottle refill, that mid lane would have continued to go horrifically.
There are a ton of stacks, by the way, for this Dusa. That is very concerning.
This is the Na'Vi special. They know how to play with this Medusa incredibly well, but perhaps Medusa in some trouble here as the rotation comes in from Vanscore with a Death Prophet ultimate being committed here. There is going to be some disruption, and yep, they're going to maybe lose a few here on the Na'Vi side, though. So while Vanscore dies for it, Unique
the Ghost
gets a double kill off of the Ghost.
And this is a lot of damage on the tower.
Yep.
They have, he can pop the Glyph of his own right now to try to save these creeps if he does want to, but no, he will not.
Doesn't look like he needs it. BZZ dying up top, so... With the supports rotation, there was a 2v1 scenario, and Death Prophet gets the rest of the exorcism damage out onto the tower. It's going to come back now. And we'll pop the glyph to keep the siege creep alive with the next wave coming in. That's a well-timed glyph to keep that siege hitting the tower. Back at bottom, PA. Bit low on mana, but is playing aggressive with the level 6. Has that coup de grace.
Very nice by Unique. I really like that move. Yep. They got the tower down to like 600 health. No, even lower than that. Last we looked, it was around there, but down to 300. So you don't even have to use Exo for the next one. And they might even get another kill. Yeah, this is really annoying for the Centaur, by the way. The Ember constantly having like the perma-slight.
Yes, definitely one of those combos we used to see a decent amount with Keeper of the Light when this hero was very popular.
Yeah, and he just dies back to back. Once the Ember hits 6, that was kind of Dunsky's for him.
Well, they may get another kill here. They're charging in on Chu, but looks like Crystallize with the second TP coming in from 19 is not going to go for it.
He's dead.
The kill. He burst the poison, 3 points in Shadow Poison.
He didn't expect that.
Yep.
And this is a really bad death just because he uses TP. This is going to slow down his farm quite a bit, and he was the highest net worth hero in the game.
No remnants.
And what a rune to find.
Magical level 7 though. We'll see. Yeah, he's going to get that second point in split shot, and he's going to start farming some of these stacks here. Just a double stack at this camp, but a pretty sizable one at the other, and it has not been scouted by Radiant to my knowledge, so they seem oblivious to it. So yeah, we'll take a look at where some of these stacks are. Double stack of the Ancients, just whatever stacks you can get when you've got a Deuce on your team. Now we know what their winning condition is for this game, and that's going to be a very fat Medusa. Both teams century for century being traded here as Death Prophet charges. And again, has the Exorcism, not committing it right away though. 19, is he going to go for this with the Arcane Rune? Yeah, I imagine he wants to with that lower cooldown, but a lot of TPs from Na'Vi. They really want to defend this mid lane. And with the Mars Arena of Blood, they could potentially do so, but Pasha out of mana, now has it with the Chakra. It's going to get the support kill on Vanscore. And, well, denied mid tower. Nice.
Yeah, that's
for
the best
Magical.
result there.
Yeah. And that tower's going down regardless. So.
And I think he has a lot of farm now. He's got a lot of stacks.
Oh yeah, he's top of the net worth while still having some stacks to fall back to. Needs to be a little bit careful here as he gets low. 3 Shadow Poisons. Those are stacking up. If Chu gets a few more, Magical could find himself getting
19's
popped.
dead.
Yeah.
Look at this, some Harry Potter stuff going on, but lots of damage on Crystallize. Maxed out Sleight of Fist. This is going to create a little bit of space for the Centaur, who needs some armor, by the way. Phase Boots and Blightstone. That is one thing that Centaur really lacks, is armor.
Yep.
You get this insane amount of HP, but not a ton of armor. Does he eat? All right, so the question is, does he eat the jelly? What a player.
He passes both back.
What a player. Not even one. As an offlaner, I would take that. And I would just not say anything. Like, one charge is good enough.
Every pub offlaner would take it. Dude, supports in pubs. If you find it, their supports are using it 9 times out of 10. Jelly is definitely one of those items. Whoever finds it, you get first dibs.
I get so mad when I'm Storm and somebody eats it. That's amazing for Storm.
Yeah.
That's a Bloodstone charge.
The second I see, if I'm like playing mid or carry, if I see a teammate find that, I'm like spamming the stash to pick it up to get the second charge.
100%.
Well, what's the play up here?
I'm not sure. I don't really love a lot of these moves right now from Unique. I don't think they're going to get anything up here, which is why the Death Prophet is going to head back towards mid. I think he realizes. But he has less stacks, and he's going to get out-farmed. And now the laning phase is completely swung the other way.
Yep. I mean, Medusa, big farm advantage now, and it's just building up as she continues to farm and stack the jungle, doing Medusa things. This is what you want to see if you're Na'Vi.
Magical Dusa, Magical TA, let's go.
Yep. They got him on one of his bread and butter, and they got it with a last pick as well, so good news for Na'Vi, who are down a game after a heartbreaking Game 1 loss.
He has so many stacks to go on.
Gets that level 10 talent, so even more damage coming out. There is going to be a Mars Arena. It's just a support kill, but it is also a setup into this tier 1 tower, so Na'Vi, no, you got to just bully those supports out of these dangerous lanes.
It's a very value Vlad's pickup, too, for Pasha.
Yep.
When he does get it. I kind of want him to go like Vlad's into like Solar Crest or something like that.
Just to buff up Medusa even further.
Or like a Halberd. I'm okay with either of those options. But I do think there's a lot of value in eventually going Solar for somebody.
Yep.
Because Medusa will never really max out on attack speed anyways. So she benefits from it quite a bit.
This is going to be a Manta Rapier game, do you think?
Could see that.
Guess it always depends a bit.
It's a really good Rapier game.
Yeah.
There's anytime you see a PA on the other side, it's value. It actually gets rid of PA's way of fighting you. Like PA needs like 5 items to be able to fight into that Rapier. She's gonna need to get a Satanic, a BKB, some sort of DPS item on top of that.
And even with the BKB, the Stone Gaze makes it very difficult to fight in regardless.
Yeah. Agreed. I do think that Rapier is mega value. She could decide to go for it like 3rd.
Yeah.
But I do think at some point you want to grab it. If the game is close at all, definitely just screw it.
It's usually you want to time it with an Aegis pickup.
And then you can just march down lanes.
So we'll see. It kind of depends, I guess, how the game will go. But right now it's going very well for Na'Vi, who are probably more than happy with the pace of this one.
Yeah, somehow the PA actually has more net worth, though, than the Ember Spirit, which is surprising to me considering the Embers had a very good start.
Can be a disruption down bottom. Pasha going to turn and use the Arena plus Spear onto the Shadow Demon, who's still alive for now. Remnant on in. Ember will finish off the kill and then look to find his way out of this one. Crystallize has another... Oh, no more Remnant charges. Yeah, he's out.
He's dead.
He should be going down here, but with the Searing Chains, he gets out of there. Okay.
I'm surprised they ran away.
I thought he still had Remnant charges because it's the green dot at the top.
Yeah. It fools you, right?
Yeah. Come on, Iceborne. Come on,
he has. It's because he has the Fire Remnant active ability up.
Oh, okay, so we can always activate the fire.
So it's technically at all times. I mean, you can spam click that thing; it'll do nothing. But
yep. Oh, hey, Magical, how's it going?
Not bad. Just farming.
7K net worth.
Good day, mate.
Nice, happy Medusa game. Spear onto the Ogre. They'll find another quick kill, and Navi's doing all this 4v5 essentially. When I say that, PA is also just getting farm on the map.
Look at that, slide chains up.
Wow, nice hoof stomp dodge. It will end up landing on the Mars, but there's no way for BZZ to get out of this one when the Searing Chains comes up. I imagine it should be a kill. There we go. Finds him, spear goes through and slays him.
Look at that net worth progression. There's like, normally all of these that we've seen so far, even people that have had very good games, it's like a gradual increase. But this is just a straight up, like at some point, it was just, screw it, like we're going up.
I mean, he's doing really well, but he's just clowning on every other Deucer player. Like, are all those other Deucer players just not doing something right? What's going on with their farm?
And he even died once in this game.
He's had a very good near-perfect Medusa game, but I wouldn't say it's even the perfect Medusa game.
And that chart made it look like SAP thinks that he has had like the best Medusa game ever.
Well, we'll see how this one pans out. It's a 3K gold league. Usually you're not expecting to have a big farm league when you've got Medusa on your team, but so far so good as Na'Vi. Crystallize, he's the space creator of this game, charging forward, looking to, well...
A whiff.
Yep, whiff on the Will-O-Wisp. Whiff-O-Wisp.
Haha!
Got him.
And this Deuce is going to go for Battle Fury, which I think, I can't remember what Brian said. Did he say it was...
PA. Yeah, he thought PA had to go Battle Fury this game.
You had to go Battle Fury. Okay.
That was the, like, okay, if the PA goes Battle Fury, this game can work. I guess you're looking to, what, match Medusa's farm is kind of the idea?
Yeah, and I actually think Battle Fury on PA is like a really perfect item for the hero. It gives good flat damage. It gives mana regen, gives health regen, and the cleave for when you jump. And it works to the dagger too. So it's like all around just a solid item.
Ogre gets found in the top riverbeds mid lane where Mars Arena is going to spear back and actually pushes Death Prophet out. She still gets stoned up and now she's being lifted back in. Gets bursted without using a single spell. There's just so much lockdown and control on Navi's side, and it's back up with the Chakra Ember. Crystallize is just crushing it with this Chakra Magic. He's just constantly ready to fight.
Very surprised, though, that Unique decided that they were in a position where they could defend that.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5v4 in Navi's favor. They're bringing the Medusa now. Up until now, it's been 5v4
so
more
you can
so in the other way.
I mean, maybe they didn't expect a Blink Dagger from Pasha.
Yeah.
I thought he had it before, but I don't really know. They weren't going to kill that guy.
Oh, no.
This is the big pickup. And that's a dominating spree for Ilias, who has spent the entire game stacking.
He's just sniping kills. 407 Coddle. He's been at 11 kills. This is not a hero you expect and think of as being hyperactive, but that's exactly what Coddle's done. This game,
he's had an insane Coddle game.
This game feeling very hard for Na'Vi to lose when you've got a Medusa with this kind of an advantage in the early game. Picks up the Mithril Hammer, so BKB for now. I mean, it's a good damage item as well, so he could make a swerve towards that Rapier. But you don't need to address the PA evasion right now because that hero has not come online and isn't coming online anytime soon.
You only need to address the PA evasion when she gets BKB. That's when it becomes really problematic. Before that point, she's actually quite an easy kill.
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, they're going to pop Exo.
Yep.
I think they are under the assumption that they're really far behind.
Oh, the Courier's going to find it.
Oh, my lord.
Na'Vi,
Ilias is so good.
they read him like a book.
Ilias is so good. But you're committed at this point.
But this extreme is not going to last for a whole lot longer. And Na'Vi's going to kite him with the Searing Chain Slider Fist. The Mars Arena only catches one, so it's just a support kill.
That was nice of them to get Roshan low for them.
Yep, it's helping out Na'Vi. Magical rotates in the Stampede, trying to be used to disengage, but they still get picked off, and the Stampede stolen by Na'Vi. Things just go from bad to worse to absolutely freaking goddamn terrible. With this PA dying.
That was really considerate.
Yeah. Nice guys, Team Unique are like, you know, we stole last game. We'll help you out this one.
It's a homie move. For sure, it's a homie move.
And Na'Vi gonna come on in. Now maybe you consider the Rapier if you want to end this game fast. I guess Magical's pretty far away from it, so...
Yeah, he's going BKB. He's being really safe.
He doesn't want to spend this entire time with Aegis farming a Rapier, and then by the time he has it, the Aegis will be wearing off, so...
Yeah, very safe choice.
They're not lacking damage, it feels like, right now with the Ember.
They're not lacking damage at all. It's the Ember, the Coddle, the Chakra Magic, like constant like slide chain, slide chain, slide chain. No one lives against it.
That was their opening 2 picks this game and showing why this combo is still very potent. Cheeky little ward. We're seeing these wards on these side cliffs more and more because that sentry on the cliff doesn't actually scout them. You need an observer ward to go with it. It reveals if the opponent's put an observer ward there, because that's like, or they have to use their courier to find it.
It's the new meta of warding, where you no longer care about the high ground wards are just not really so much a thing anymore. Like a lot of them have been phased out because they're so greedy. Every support just like spam sentries.
We see the odds here, and no surprise, Na'Vi with firm control of this game also have firm control of the odds. Team Unique will find a coddle kill. That's the call that's been playing. That's a streak as well. 500 gold going to Zitrax. PA coming online, but Na'Vi maybe looking to turn and take this fight here. Magical coming in with the Stone Gears, but they've lost both supports now as well. PA doing a good job killing off some of these squishy heroes, but is on the run as Zitrax gets away with the Blink Strike, getting away from Pasha, and now they're going to throw out the Exorcism. They really want to take this fight. Nice silence is going to stop Mars from using any spells, but the Searing Chains is keeping them at bay, but they still manage to bring down the Mars with the Ogre rotating on in. Death Prophet, though, getting very low to this Medusa. Doesn't have any Spirit Sight. Oh, has one left. Has the mana now, but has been bullied back. Medusa just too goddamn powerful.
Magical's just way too huge right now. You could see that they were all gathered around him, and they still weren't 100% sure if they could kill him.
Ball back, perhaps a bit unnecessarily. So, a good fight for Team Unique in the end, though. The PA getting a few kills.
They gained gold, for sure. Even losing a core hero, that was a buyback.
A 3 for 2 with a buyback.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
The heroes gaining gold was mostly the PA. So, PA looking in a much better position here. We'll take another look here. Nice disruption save. You can see there from Chu. That's really what set it up. And then the spear, I believe, maybe not landing onto the PA as she came out of that disruption or just being dodged. So Zitrax able to stay alive with some nice fancy footwork. And Mars really overcommits to chase down that PA. I love it. Vanscore just swoops on in and says, I'll take this kill. Perhaps Na'Vi getting a little bit ahead of themselves, Will.
They're still in a really good position, just because, as you saw in that clip, Magical, it's really hard for him to die. He's got BKB almost level 20, and he's got the Rapier now queued up. I would have liked to have seen him go for the Rapier first, I think, especially with the Aegis timing and how far ahead they are, but I'm okay with it.
To the high ground we go, and Unique say, let's figure this one out. No, maybe it's a legit reason for the pause. But yes, they need to get back to defend this Rax, I imagine. Magical with the Aegis is going to instantly pick off Vanscore. He gets the Bloodlust on the tower. That's the good news. This tower is pumping away with the stun from the Centaur. They delay the push a little bit further here, but now the Glyph coming out, getting that multi-shot on the tower. That's doing more damage than any of these Radiant Heroes. The Radiant Heroes have fallen as Centaur goes down. They've lost 2 already. Bloodlusted glyphed up tier 3 towers. They don't mess around.
No. They're so strong.
And it looks like Na'Vi going to back off. I believe the Aegis expiring soon. Nope. Won't get to... We'll see that one a bit later on.
What about this? I just thought of an Ogre Eggs. What if for Ogre Eggs, you could like, you could split the Ogres for time period?
I love it. I'm sold.
It's like, you know, Warlock, how you get like 2 weaker golems? So instead, you get Ogre. Oh, that is a dead PA for sure.
Not the hero you want to see going down.
No, this is a comeback mechanism.
Yep, she gets found.
What do you think, though? He has all of his spells. Like, it's just 2 copies. And you can't... Okay, here's the thing. All of the values are halved, but you also can't target either of the Ogres. They're just invincible during it. For a 10-second period of time.
I've heard worse Ags ideas, but not many, and mostly just coming from Slacks. So
you don't like that one?
I don't know what that says about your idea.
You don't like that one?
I like the... what the Ogre Arcana could have been, you split up the... Well, visually they were split up, but it's still the same, maybe.
They're just both traveling together?
Yeah.
And when they multicast, like, one stun after another?
They're just going around holding hands or something, like living happily.
All right, what's your play? Unique.
Yep. Can you stop the Medusa?
Why did you pick this PA? You must show us soon.
She was close to BKB. Still is kind of close. 1k gold away. They need to buy time for that BKB. Problem perhaps is going to be that Magical is more than ready to fight with Rapier plus second Aegis.
3 minutes until the next Aegis can spawn. Oh, Centaur ulti.
Oh, that's maybe a misclick?
Yeah, for sure was.
Uh-oh. And Pasha. Oh, He's going to look for BZZ, gets him with the spear.
All right, BZZ, this is not his Pango.
From hero to 0. Usually it's the other way around. He's taken out for 40 seconds.
He uses Stampede too. Not really sure what that was about.
Yeah. Ju, caught by the Searing Chains, is going to use an offensive disruption, as it looks like he could be in for some trouble.
Oh no, he gave up Disrupt.
Oof.
This Dusa is
Here we go.
even stronger now.
Get some Deuce illusions going. They're just going to waltz down. Who needs Rapier? And it's magical. No, there's no team fight for Unique. They desperately need the PA BKB being, I think, attempted to be farmed up in the bottom lane. Death Prophet also on the enemy side of the map. Both their mid and their carrier just farming the enemy side of the map, trying to finish some whatever items they can. PA has the money for a BKB, and Death Prophet just finished her. So they got double BKB, but it feels like they needed to get these before they lost a second lane of, or a lane of rack, sorry.
Do you think if you're Dusa, you still go Rapier here?
I think if you wait to get the Aegis first, perhaps.
Yeah,
Would
and
be the
just have
safe
it
play.
uncombined.
Yes. Just fight with the uncombined ones. You can have them both in your inventory uncombined, right? Yeah, so it's a lot of plus damage.
You just lock it.
Yep. I'm down for that.
Oh, this could be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, kills are kills. Roshan won't be up for another like 2 minutes at least, but
yeah.
the multi-cast. All right, they're using a lot for Slayer here.
Yep. There we go. Telescope found by Navi, though. That's a great item for this Rubik or Coddle. But center on the other side gets one for the Radiant team.
That's helpful. Oh, she just bought it. Nice.
The Rapier?
All
Is
right.
it combined?
So
Hell
what about
yeah.
this? If she dies and PA gets it, what do you think the odds are for Unique at that point?
At least 50-50, right?
You think so?
PA with Rapier?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Rapier, BKB, PA? For sure. If they get an Aegis then to follow it up, you know?
Then I
That-
think it's more than 50-50.
Yeah.
Whoa, that win
I mean, that's
probability
a 12k gold swing if you lose the Rapier and PA picks it up. So. But that's a big if, Will. There is a Medusa whose strength will be tested in this bottom lane, has a growth bow for some additional attack range, and they're looking for that next lane of frags here. Can Unique take this fight? They've got all their ultimates, the Death Prophet one being the big key one. And you mentioned Solar Crest as an item. They've got the medallion for now, so Pasha is approaching his build the way you'd wanted to see.
He doesn't really need to do anything other than keep this Dusa alive. That's his new job. Initiating is secondary to just being alive, so you have Vlad and Medallion.
Yep. Yeah, when you have that big power carrier that will win you the game. All in on it.
You need at least like a basher more for PA, and then I could see them do this actually.
Yeah, it's like you jump the Deuce. How do you have... I mean, Ogre needs some multicast, Centaur stun, Chain Stunner down. They don't have the best save on Navi's side.
It's just BKB though, and they have a lot of catch. Like Centaur doesn't want to play against this Ember anymore. The Ember poke of keeping him in place, like Chains is so nice against Stampede.
But there is potentially hope for Unique with that Rapier, but also potentially a lot of misery coming. We'll see. They're playing underneath this Observer Ward, looking to utilize their vision. But
I just feel like everyone's gonna get right click down. The PA doesn't have lifesteal either.
yeah,
The only way that I can see them win
she's
this
got the
fight
talent, but
was if everyone died.
PA, maybe if she can get another item before this Roche fight, like the Deso that's queued up, that could... Like, you just need to go all in. I don't think you save for buyback at this point. That's not going to win you the game. You know, last game you save for buyback, 40+ minutes in, but when you're behind like this, buybacks is not the name of the game. It's get whatever item you can to give you a chance to win a fight. You see Death Prophet just buying a casual plate mail. Both teams posturing around Roche, which is respawning very soon. This is the key to this game. Death Prophet is level 18, so level 3 ulti. Nice. Dire Ward is still scanning a lot of things outside that Radiant base, so Dire still have some good vision. Na'Vi.
And they can wait because the lanes are pushing in.
Yeah.
So they have all the time in the world to deal with this.
And they're sending Ember bottom to keep pushing in this lane. The top lane will push itself with the super creeps. And Dire will scan Roshan to make sure no shenanigans are going on. What's the play going to be?
All right, it's up. I feel like Ember's going to spirit back. then you're put in a do or die position. If you give Aegis plus Rapier, I think you've lost. I think you're going to have a really hard time killing her once.
They're all in on this Roche defense.
Yeah, much less twice. I think these two...
Direwood was placed here. I believe that was scouted. Unique. I'm not sure if they have any smokes left. This would be a great time to find a way to jump in and catch him by surprise. Blink in with a spear, pushes the PA into a tree.
This is on the PA.
She does not want to BKB too early, but she's getting so really low, and she's just... But saves the BKB at least for the buyback. Problem is, Centaur blinked in to try and save her, so he dies with that buyback. Magical, though. No BKB on Medusa. I mean, I almost don't mind PA dying there without using BKB if Centaur doesn't die there as well.
Then you can maybe all in for it.
Yeah,
and
they're still going to all in for it, though.
I don't know. Did you see how quickly PA died, by the way? I just don't think even with BKB...
Here they go. Extras are being used. They silence up 3 here. Not bad, but immediately Na'Vi just disengaged. Medusa gets disrupted up now. This is going to make some nice, juicy Medusa illusions here. Can they bring down Magical? The PA needs to get in there.
Magical's getting low-ish.
He's not really dying. He's completely pulling everyone out of this fight. The Medusa getting body blocked and right-click down. PA, I believe, was going on the supports in the back line.
Oh, no. They needed it all in on Magical.
No,
all right, the game's over.
Yeah, that's where you call it.
Yeah, that
was not particularly close.
No.
We overhyped it.
I was like, yeah, maybe. Silence, she's backpedaling, and then she stood her ground and just started, like, winging shots off.